Ah, here it is, that famous intro. The old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This arcade game I actually thought looked like the cartoon, and every time the fairgrounds came to Tunbridge where I lived, I was always made a beeline for this because, yes, it was amazing to see this in action. Welcome, then, to the Super 20p Arcade Challenge, where you can have as many practice goes as you want, but as soon as you press record, that is your run. You can see a link to the challenge should you wish to take part, because this, like me, might be one of your favourite arcade games. I loved this game. It appeared in my Top Games of 1989 compilation, which I'll leave a link to at the end. But yes, what a great game it is. Came out in 1989, as I said. It was a Konami game. A lot of their arcade games played like this, especially a licensed ones, Simpsons, Bucky O'Hare, Asterix. They're all kind of this kind of type of game. Pretty simple in retrospect, but what good fun, and a lot of sizzle to the steak. So what I mean by that is it's very flashy, but there's not a lot of gameplay to it. But you know what? In this instance, it's absolutely fine because you're playing as some of your classic characters from the Turtles game, the Turtles cartoon, and it's from that period where everyone watched it as well. So it's all the good ones. So because later on they just introduce random characters, and you're but your core, your Shredders, your Bebops, your Rocksteadies, and obviously the Turtles, April and Splinter, and Krang. Who can forget Krang? He's at the end of this. This came out on the arcade, obviously. Here it is. The NES, after they obviously released that platform game, which is kind of, I think a lot of people look back now and go, it wasn't great, but it's not that bad. And I'm kind of closer to no, it was actually quite bad, but I get this kind of like a revisionist thing we have with nostalgia. But also came out courtesy of Ocean and Probe onto the Amiga, the Amstrad CPC, the Atari ST, the Commodore 64, MS-DOS, and of course the ZX Spectrum. And then later on, I think it was released on the old, what do you call them? The digital stores like the Xbox 360. Apparently that version wasn't so good, but there we are. But yes, I like this game. It's pretty damn good. You get to chop up lots of foot soldiers and slash your sword around, and who doesn't want to do that? It doesn't matter because they're robots, so you're not slashing up real people. There's April, God bless her, and a crazy yellow jumpsuit, a lovely hair, and a big old wabbin yabs. What a awakening that was for many young men of my age. Yes, we're just about coming up to the boss of this stage. The first boss is Rocksteady, the rhinoceros, played by a WWE actor. I guess they're actors, aren't they? Sheamus in the more recent series of films by Michael Bay. And he, or rather his species, the rhinoceros, are going to be our genital fact of the week. So the rhinoceros uses scent marking via urine and dung marking, and these little dung markings are called middens. There's something. So if you ever want to attract a young lady, poo on her doorstep, and she'll look at your midden and go, "Oh, that's a healthy young female. I'll go after him." And they use this to communicate sex, age, and reproductive status. Females in estrus leave specific scent messages for males, sort of like a stinky Tinder. Must be tall, have his own stinking pond of algae-ridden water. Courtship is very aggressive and can involve biting and butting with the horns, although obviously not to fatal levels of force. That would be kind of counterproductive to what a rhino wants to be doing. This is called bluff and bluster, and can last for hours or even days as the rhino lady plays hard to get. There's some mixed messages, could end up getting the rhino police cornering you and saying, well, actually, that wasn't bluff and bluster. That you're actually a bit of a sex case. So mating takes from 15 minutes to an hour. and pairs will stay together to mate multiple times over a few weeks, which is nice, I suppose. It builds a little kinship up. Females reach sexual maturity around 4 to 7. Please don't take that out of context. I mean rhinos. Prince Andrew probably listened to this from the future. He went to the future, listened to that, and went, is that right? That would be his excuse. Better than Pizza Express in Woking. While males tend to start breeding when they get to the age of 10 to 12, when they've established their own little territory. So when they've got their own place. Cold and colder, running dung and, I don't know, gazelles. Usually the female will only birth a single calf as well. So, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Because they're a bit like us in that way. I mean, if you're a rhino, you don't want to be carrying multiple of a rhino-sized baby around with you. Probably make things very hard. And you can't put it in your giant rhino papoose. More than one, can you? You can only fit one in there. Some extra information is about rhino horns. Obviously, we in the West tend to think of them as an aphrodisiac. But how can they be? Because they're made from keratin. So you might as well, if you want to feel sexy, chew your own hair. So absolute nonsense that. They're not aphrodisiacs. So you get loads of rhinos killed by, I don't know, like Japanese sex industry for absolutely no reason. We take your horns and we're just going to make useless sex pills out of them when we could just make them out of our own hair. So there you go. There's your genital facts of the week. I hope you feel informed, and I hope you now know how to pleasure a rhino. Good. What have I got coming up on the channel this week? Well, much the same as last week. We've got two edited videos, apart from this one. So this week we've got the second part of the Gremlin series. It's going to be the adventure game, I believe, the text adventure game that came out. Basically, this whole month I'm covering games based on the Gremlins, the first movie. So I can cover the second movie next year for Christmas. So it becomes like a running theme for 2 years anyway. And then the other video I've got is I'm doing the compilation videos as people are cold and hiding indoors. What a better way to introduce them, one, to my channel, and two, to make at least 10p from a compilation video. This week's one is going to be the licensed DS games that I've covered. So licensed Nintendo DS games. I covered quite a lot of them in retrospect. I didn't realise I quite covered the amount that I have. And that's a video that's going to be coming up on Saturday. You can either watch that or you can not. And if you wanted to get a preview of it, you could just watch all the DS games I've already covered on the channel. And then you don't need to watch that video. You don't have to wait. So there's that. That was careless, wasn't it? Falling down the hole. Yeah, I can see people doing quite well at this. The main tip I can give you is just go very slowly. Although there's that arrow on there that constantly tells you hurry up, it means nothing. It means that there's no timer. I think potentially it might give you more baddies or something. I don't know. Have you played the Turtles in, what was it called? The one that came out on the Switch and the PS4 and 5 and what have you. That game was great. Shredder's Revenge. The girl that went past on a skateboard a little while ago actually turns into a villain in that, from what I remember, which is quite a neat little thing. But yeah, there's lots of elements from this and Turtles in Time in that game. And if you haven't played it, it's supposed to be it is very good. It's not even supposed to be very good. I've played it. So it's very good. The other one that came out recently as well, although I'm not a fan of Power Rangers, Rita's Rewind, that's really good as well. So loving these kind of cool. There's a Toxic Avengers one coming out soon, and a He-Man one next year. And there wasn't even like a He-Man arcade game, so I'm very excited about that because I was a big that was my first thing I was into. It was that, and then Star Wars, and then Transformers. So yeah, for me, who lives permanently in a nostalgic haze, terrific news for me. But yeah, tips are, just take it very slowly. Your sort of dive flying kick is very useful. If you find a wall you can kind of back your turtle up onto, stick his shell against it and attack where you can, because like all beat 'em ups, getting surrounded like that there can put you in a lot of stuck. But luckily I managed to get myself out of that particular situation. Coming up now, I've just lost down to my last life now. Coming up, that's a Bebop. Now, Bebop has a very special place in my heart because he's no doubt the proudest moment of my entire life. Sorry, William. That's my name and my son. But when Jim will paint it, if you've ever seen Jim will paint it on Facebook, when he first started out, he asked for submissions. And what he asked for, so you could give him anything and he would do it on DS Paint. He'll do whatever you ask him to do on DS Paint. You've probably seen it, MS Paint, not DS Paint. I'm obsessed with DS all of a sudden. But yes, and what I got him to do is I got him to do a picture of Bebop and Bebop and Renee from Hello Hello sitting on a giant Dean Gaffney head eating Brasso. And he did do that. I was very sad that it wasn't in his book, but couldn't understand it because obviously it had Bebop on it rather than just a random celebrity like Brian Blessed, which is why it wasn't in his coffee book. But I've actually got a canvas of that up in my wall because I was that proud of it. Not any work that I'd done, just that someone found me weird enough to follow one of my ideas. And back then, he would get thousands of requests, so it was very exciting for me. And it's good to know that my complete build that I talk sometimes gets listened to and appreciated. So yes, very proud of that moment. I was very surprised that I survived that because I managed to avoid getting killed by getting rammed into a taxi, but I soldier on, and this is the best way to tackle this guy. And actually, probably I should have done that with Rocksteady as well. It is basically just hit him once and then move slightly up, and he won't use his laser gun. He'll sometimes charge you, but very rarely. And here I am now in the sewers, the natural home of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Leonardo, they're very valiantly fighting on his own as his brothers have decided not to turn up. There's the guy in the bright pink there would go on to be Triple H from WWE. Second mention of wrestling in the video there. Must apologise. And this is where I meet my end, is in this dank and lonely sewer, which is probably how I'm going to die in real life. Why do I find myself in the sewer in real life? I don't know. I haven't died yet. We'll have to find that out. But yeah, killed by a sword-wielding foot soldier there. And the quest to reclaim April and Splinter and destroy the Technodrome has therefore come to an end. But thank you for joining me on this fruitless journey of Rhino Gentle Fact Discovery. And I'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, and thanks, bye.